Hello everyone, Modern Gaming Studios here. Now if you were to ask me if there was somewhere in space other than Earth that had life on it, well, I'd probably tell you to ask real experts. But some of these experts would suggest that Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, is that place. The vast majority of Europa's surface is composed of ice, and through satellite observations, scientists have been able to speculate that, Europa's interior core is producing enough heat and energy in order to maintain an ocean beneath Europa's icy surface.
Europa is a curious place. It's sort of a big billiard ball of ice. We think the ice could be 60 miles thick. It's cracked like a cobweb of fracture lines, and under that there's probably an ocean. And under that ice there could well be biological life forms.
In fact, some of that heated energy might be being released into the ocean through orifices of some kind, thermal vents, or, sort of underwater volcanoes. Which spew out chemicals that are essential for the creation, development, and maintaining of life. In this case, I guess deep-sea creatures. NASA does have plans to send a satellite probe in 2024 on Europa in order to observe this moon in greater detail, but so far we haven't been really successful with finding any forms of life on Europa. But what if that wasn't true? What if we did find life on Europa? In April of this year, 2023, there is an image that is spread around the internet with the captions saying that there are leaked NASA documents showing proof of life on Europa. This meme is accompanied by a little link that you can find at the bottom, linking to some internet archive page. But most importantly of all, the meme has an image of the alien, this guy. It appears to be some form of fish with a long, slightly curved mouth. He's got that Iro Chad jawline. Because of that look, the internet would call him the Hookmouth fish of Europa. Now, it is unknown who the initial whistleblower is, and I'm using the word whistleblower here very liberally. What I do know is that the meme was taken from Discord and then posted onto Reddit's r/shitposting subreddit. Then it gets reposted on a couple other subreddits until it gets reposted on the r/schizo poster subreddit, which I'm part of. And it's there that I found out for the first time about the supposed leak. And for a second, I almost believed the leaks. But then I realized, wait, no, this is a subreddit that posts memes like this and this. But whatever. And the rumor, as well as the images and memes, keep spreading. However, it was kind of hard for me to find information about this supposed leak, because whenever I tried to look it up on Google, very little would come up in the results, in the search results. Not even the Reddit threads would appear, which is kind of weird. But I'll get to that later. That doesn't stop people from, talking about this leak and spreading that image, around. In fact, there's a 4chan thread on the paranormal board that was made discussing it, and in that thread I was able to find a deleted Reddit thread that shows more images that come from that supposed leak. So you got here like a worm, you got a jellyfish, and then you got whatever the heck that is. And then, I don't know if this was first posted on Reddit or 4chan, but you have a second whistleblower who posts an image of what seems like the front page for of what seems like the front page of the supposed leaked documents. And at the bottom of the same 4chan thread that I showed earlier, the same user who posted on that 4chan that 4chan thread, that image of that one page, posted a excerpt from the documents that you can read here for yourself. A lot of the people in these threads are also supported by their own theories about NASA creating secret satellites. Doing research on the subject is hard. Luckily, there was somebody who made a Google Doc with plenty of links attached to it, so that was helpful. However, by the time that I had found out about it, I had already spent a lot of time researching the topic, and so I just realized that half of the time I spent doing research was wasted. But whatever, at least it has some helpful links that I wouldn't be able to find otherwise. So yeah, I had to browse through, I don't know, this 4chan archive, yippee. I have to browse through this sea of garbage. But why am I not looking at the leaks themselves? The archive on the Wayback Machine. The reason why is because, well, there are 2 leaks being spread around, and none of them work, unfortunately. Remember when I said that I had a hard time looking up information about the supposed leaks? Apparently other people are having that problem, and they're claiming that search terms related to this rumor are being blacklisted by search engines. It doesn't just stop there, though. The first Reddit post about the leaks got locked. Another person asking why that post got locked also gets his post locked. Reddit posts are being deleted left and right, deleted, just like that. The second whistleblower is being doxxed on 4chan, and if you try to look up his Reddit account, you'll see that it's suspended. And now on top of it all, now you got the feds showing a video of what seems like an unidentified flying testicle in order to divert attention away from the real leaks. The schizos were understandably going schizo. With all this seemingly enforced censorship, the rumor about the leaked documents seemed a bit more legitimate. So, what was it true? Did we actually found a hookmouth fish on Europa? Well, no. And here's why. Now, the easiest thing to debunk here is the hookmouth fish. I mean, it's a cropped out image of concept art for a cancelled indie game called Raw Concrete. As for the other creatures, the jellyfish is actually a giant Stygomedusa. The giant worm is a giant pyrosome colony. And the other fish is a barreli. Those are all creatures you can find on Earth. So, okay, maybe those images were created by the Chloes in order to distract us from the documents. Documents which were scrubbed off the Internet Archive. I mean, after all, the Internet Archive has been exposed in the past for deleting some archives. The thing is, though, is that it's pretty easy to just take a random dead link and then rename it to whatever you want. In fact, I'm gonna do it right here. I'm just gonna take this link right here, and I'm going to rename it. So I'm going to rename this to Among Us 2% 25 leaked gameplay. What I'm gonna do here is going to export this document. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this document. I'm going to publish this thing. Now, once it's renamed, I'm going to click on this document, and oh no! I guess the feds don't want you to see leaked footage of Among Us 2. As for the other document, this one I took from 4chan, I can also modify it to get the same result. I can rename it to Europe is gay. And then I need to insert a link. All right. No. And then oh no. Also doesn't work. Well, at least I don't get an error 400. So you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the Chloe. But yeah, you get my point. As for all the deleted Reddit comments and Reddit threads, some of them were deleted by users. As for the deleted Reddit comments and Reddit threads, I attribute a lot of it to typical Reddit mod behavior. Now, that obviously doesn't explain all of the censorship. There's that. I know there's the schizos on r/schizo posters pointed out that this thread on r/97 had a lot of, if not most of the comments deleted. But when you look at the deleted comments, a lot of them, aren't meant to be taken seriously. And even the more serious comments don't really reveal anything important. Oh wait, no, there's a guy who got an actual working link to the documents. Wow, shit. Now, the blacklisting of search results relating to, this whole rumor does seem to be real. And I have my theory as to why that is. Like I mentioned previously, this rumor started around the time that Jack the Dripper had been exposed for leaking classified documents on Discord. Now, it does seem like there was some efforts on behalf of the US government to prevent further spread of said documents. And I don't know about you, but when I try to look up the documents, I don't find shit. Now, one of the things I think the US government did in order to prevent the sharing of these leaked documents was to pressure Google into manipulating search results for certain search terms. So if you were to look up leaks from insert federal agency, you wouldn't get as many results as you would otherwise. Now, I'm not a cybersecurity expert, but that theory as to why the European Hookmouth story was suppressed is the one that makes the most sense to me. Oh, and there's something I didn't mention because I wasn't aware of it at the time of making this video, but there was this story about a UFO whistleblower who worked in the Air Force, who went on national television and started, I don't know, spewing stuff about aliens and UFOs. And I don't know how much credibility I should give this guy, and I'm probably going to be giving him some by saying this, but I think that the blacklisting of search results may have been an attempt to cover up whatever information this guy is trying to spread around. Because again, this story came out only a few months after the Europa Hookmouth fish thing. So I don't know. Take of that what you will. You know, the Europa Hookmouth fish might have been fake, but at least it allowed the people on the r/schizo posters to make some good memes out of this. And you know what? Maybe one day NASA will find life on Europa. But unfortunately, this is where the story seems to end for now. So, ciao guys.